Live from downtown Detroit. Local 4 News at noon starts now.
Several police officers shot and 1 killed in separate incidents all across the country. But each shooting started the same way, with a traffic stop. We'll have the latest. Brandon?
A little afternoon sunshine, good for the spirit, but we are still in the chill.
Plus, we're following breaking news out of Ypsilanti this afternoon. That's where a special needs school is on lockdown after a window was found shattered by a bullet. I'm Evrod Cassimy. Thank you for joining us. That story tops our news at noon. The Washtenaw Intermediate School District is telling us that a window was found shattered in the media center at the Forest School on Ecorse Road in Ypsilanti. It's believed that that window was shot at and a bullet was found there at the scene. That is what we know right now. The Forest School serves students with special needs. This is video from Sky 4 right now, as the school is currently on what's being called a soft lockdown. That means that there's operation as usual, but no one is allowed to access inside of that building. Local 4, of course, will continue to follow this story for you and bring you any new developments. The other story that we're following for you is the chill in the air. Was there any sunshine at all so far today?
Well, there's been sun, but it hasn't come with warmer temperatures or warming breezes. It's quite the opposite. We've got a shot here from our Penobscot building, 36 degrees with these west-northwest winds at 16. And so that has an impact on how it feels and how dangerous it can be to the skin, exposed skin, your hands and your cheeks, your ears, that kind of thing. 36 at Metro, 36 Ann Arbor, 33 in Pontiac. But look at these numbers down here. These are the wind chill indices, what it feels like, and it's mainly in the 20s. Even in our south zone, Adrian, only 30 degrees, feeling like 21. Temperatures middle and upper 30s through the rest of the afternoon, and the average high this time of year is 46. Remember Friday? 72 degrees, record breaker. We're half of that now, and it's going to stay on the cooler side. We're lucky we're not sort of downwind of these lake effect snow showers. Syracuse and Oswego over into New York getting tons of snow. It's not too far away from us, but really all we're seeing are those cooler breezes out of the northwest that are bringing clouds our way. We do have some wet weather in the forecast, Evrod. It's travel time, and we'll talk about that. In the meantime, you can stay ahead of the game and head to the weather tab of clickondetroit.com. Your 4-zone weather right there.
Alrighty, Brandon, thank you very much. Overnight, 1 police officer was killed. 3 others were shot across the United States. Take a look. This is video from all 4 places where those shootings happened. We'll start in San Antonio, Texas, where an officer was killed in an ambush-style shooting, while officers were shot but survived in St. Louis, Gladstone, and in Florida. In San Antonio, the suspect is still at large after an ambush-style shooting. This was Sunday night. Police say that the officer was writing a ticket for a routine traffic stop when he was shot in his squad car. There is an investigation underway, although police do not believe, or do believe, the uniformed officer was the target of that shooting. Meanwhile, in St. Louis, police shot and killed a suspect after he shot a sergeant twice in the face. The sergeant is currently in critical condition right now. Elsewhere in Missouri, an officer was shot in Gladstone after an encounter with a suspect. The officer is expected to be okay, and that suspect was shot and killed by police. And the final shooting was down in Florida, where an officer was shot while writing a ticket. The suspect there was shot by police and arrested at his home. We do want to give a heads up to drivers near M59, as that road is going to be closed east of Harvey Lake Road. And this is all because of a crash involving that white 4-door sedan that you see there. Video from Sky 4 showing you. Right now, there are no details being released about the condition of the driver as crews continue to investigate. We're told that the road is going to remain closed until further notice is given. And a fire has been put out in the Children's Hospital parking garage. You're looking at video from one of our tower cams showing the fire that broke out around 10 a.m. This is just moments after the smoke you can see began billowing from the garage there. Luckily, crews were quickly responsive to this fire. They were able to put out the 1-car fire. There's no word on any injuries just yet. And now to Royal Oak, where we have new information this afternoon in the case of a noose that was placed inside of a restroom at Royal Oak School. That noose, as you can see here in this photograph, was found last week in a boys' restroom at Royal Oak Middle School. One student this weekend admitted to placing the noose in the bathroom. That student has been removed indefinitely from the school while police continue to investigate the incident. But some parents are voicing concern now about how that student even learned about the signal that this noose sent when a noose is placed in a public place.
We have to look at all the options. We can't just weigh the option that the child said that I put the noose in the school. We have to weigh the options. Did the parents tell them to put it there? Who forced this child to put this noose in the school? What do this child know about a noose?
All very good questions. The school principal and the school superintendent are visiting each class at that school today to reinforce policies on intimidation, harassment, and bullying. Michigan Governor Rick Snyder's office has responded to a federal lawsuit that claims the state has failed Detroit school children to achieve literacy. The lawsuit filed back in September says the state has been responsible for Detroit public school operations and has failed to give students access to literacy. Lawyers for the governor say that there's no constitutional right to literacy, and they claim the lawsuit seeks to supersede control of schools by voters and parents. The state wants the suit dismissed, and a judge has set a hearing in February for motions on the lawsuit. And the Thanksgiving holiday, as we switch gears here, brings us food, family, and of course America's Thanksgiving parade, as well as stepped-up patrols by Michigan State Police. State Police announced the return of Operation Care for Thanksgiving weekend. From Wednesday until Sunday, state troopers will conduct high visibility enforcement, focusing on impaired driving, seatbelt use, and speeding. 11 people were killed on Michigan roads last Thanksgiving weekend. 5 of those victims were pedestrians. And over the hills and through the woods to grandmother's house we go. That's how that song goes, right? Well, the Thanksgiving holiday rush is on. In fact, experts are predicting the busiest holiday travel season ever. Local 4's Nick Monticelli has more on how many are going to be hitting the road.
Good afternoon. When you look at the numbers, it really is kind of interesting when you compare Michigan to the rest of the country. 49 million people across the country traveling by air. But then you look at the number in Michigan and it's the exact opposite. Technically, Wednesday is the beginning of the Thanksgiving holiday travel window, but the rush is already started.
We're expecting nearly 49 million Americans to be traveling more than 50 miles away from home, and majority of those individuals tell us that they're going to drive. And in Michigan, the majority is 90%. 1.4 million Michiganders are planning a road trip, a 2.5% increase from last year. This despite rising gas prices in the mitten, 6 cents more than last year and 27 cents more than on Thanksgiving Day. Meanwhile, prices in the rest of the country are going down. Air travel will be up over last year as well.
The airlines are predicting their busiest Thanksgiving travel season in history.
That is nationally, though. In our area, air travel is expected to drop 2%, with about 111,000 Michigan residents traveling in the air. Regardless of our drop, the TSA is ready for the rest of the country, adding staff and new procedures since the last travel nightmare. Officials say they are ready for this week's crowds.
We also can address problems as they arise and hopefully mitigate them before they become extended.
And hopefully giving you some extended time, family and friends, over this holiday. I would talk about that holiday travel window. It actually, again, is Wednesday through Sunday, but the best day to travel is Thanksgiving Day. It's the least busy. It's also the cheapest. I'm Nick Monticelli, Local 4.
Well, speaking of Thanksgiving and the holiday travel season, dozens of Detroit families got an early Thanksgiving blessing today as free turkeys were being given away courtesy of the IPR Great Lakes. The giveaway started at 9 a.m. at the IPR offices on Michigan Avenue here in Detroit. And that's where all of these lucky families got a free turkey, and they can now enjoy Thanksgiving dinner that everyone deserves. All right, still to come here on Local 4 News at noon, a major terror plot foiled. Find out where police made some very important arrests. Plus, the Obama administration makes a last-minute push to protect the environment before the president-elect takes office. What President Obama is doing, that's also coming up.
Hey guys, we are on a quest for the tastiest, most moist, no fuss, no muss, amazing stand-up, take-a-bow turkey preparation secrets. So today at 4 on First at 4, we're actually going to take you shopping with a well-known chef. He's going to show us the easiest secret to having the best turkey around. Might be something that's not part of your tradition, but something you didn't know you could do to make a better bird. We'll see you today at 4 on First at 4.
And we want to update you on breaking news that we're following. Forest School on Ecorse Road in Ypsilanti is on what's being called a soft lockdown. Washtenaw School District saying that it's because a window at the school was shattered after being hit by bullets. Gunshots rang out there. Forest schools serve students with special needs, and we do know that a police investigation is underway. And we do want to let you know an announcement of the Detroit Pistons' move to downtown Detroit could come as early as Tuesday. That's according to Crain's Detroit Business, citing a source with knowledge of the matter. The source also indicating the Pistons will also announce investment in public facilities here in Detroit, and also that the Detroit Downtown Development Authority plans to hold a meeting tomorrow on a plan to move the Pistons from the Palace of Auburn Hills to Little Caesars Arena. We're back in a minute. In France, several men have been arrested after attempting to orchestrate a terrorist attack. The French minister says 7 people were arrested in 2 different cities. The arrest reportedly stopped a terrorist attack that was being planned by the group. Authorities did not reveal information about the attack, although the mayor of the city, where 5 of the men were arrested, believes Paris was the intended target. The protest to block an oil pipeline through a portion of North Dakota turned violent last night. You can see fire and smoke at the location where protesters tried to cross a bridge. The protesters, made up of Native Americans and environmentalists, claim police used rubber bullets and water cannons to soak protesters in freezing cold weather. Police say that they were pelted with rocks and used fire hoses to put out the fires. Protesters say 17 people had to be taken to the hospital. And we are following a developing story now out of Washington, where the outgoing Obama administration is making moves to protect the nation's environment. The White House plans to block mining claims for at least 2 years on 30,000 acres of land north of Yellowstone National Park. Just last week, the Interior Department blocked new oil drilling in the Arctic Ocean. Republicans in Congress oppose the moves and say they'll reverse them after President Obama leaves office. And today, President-elect Donald Trump continues to hold meetings as he works to build his cabinet. A number of popular names are still being considered for Trump's cabinet, including former Texas Governor Rick Perry, longtime loyalist Rudy Giuliani, and New Jersey Governor Chris Christie. But among the familiar names, one stood out. That would be former presidential candidate Mitt Romney, who met with Trump back on Saturday and is under serious consideration for an important cabinet spot.
I can say that Governor Romney is under active and serious consideration to serve as Secretary of State.
Well, there you have it. Trump and Pence will work over the coming weeks to finalize the cabinet before Trump officially takes office in January. When that time comes, Trump announced that he will be moving into the White House while his wife and 10-year-old son stay in New York and his son finishes out the rest of his school year. All right, still to come here on Local 4 News at noon, a superstar has reportedly canceled the rest of his tour, including what would have been a stop here at the Palace of Auburn Hills. We'll tell you which star is calling it quits. Brandon.
All right, and we are looking at cool conditions here, 30s, even 20s in the state. We are going to try to warm things up a little bit and look at a tricky travel day as we head into the big Thanksgiving holiday coming up.
I'm Gene Zan.
All right, welcome back, everybody. The weather is expected to stay cold around here going forward. It's winter, I mean, at least close to it, but not as cold as it is elsewhere in the U.S.
Yeah,
that's good news.
East, this is a pretty big snowstorm that's hitting the coast as we speak, and some areas inland as well.
You're looking at the scene in Syracuse, New York, where the snow started falling yesterday. And it's still coming down this afternoon, believe it or not.
Yeah, there's already a foot of lake effect snow on the ground in that Syracuse area, with experts out there saying that they could see as much as 20 inches by the time it's all done. The snow just adds to the extreme cold, which seemingly came out of nowhere.
It was 60 degrees, almost 70 yesterday, and now it's freezing.
Well, in one town in New York, the temperature dropped to a full 40 degrees in just 24 hours. It dropped to a full 40 degrees. Can you believe that? Those temperatures, luckily, are expected to rise to the low 40s later this week, but it's certainly been a rude awakening, Brandon, for some of these native New Yorkers. What should we expect in our neck of the woods?
Well, just know that I always hate using those terms of, you know, came out of nowhere. We weren't expecting that. We knew that big temperature change was a-coming, no doubt about it here, but we can expect the coolish conditions to stay probably at or below average through just about the entire next week. 36 degrees with a west-northwest wind at 16, so the feels-like temperature is 26. These are a look at some of the wind gusts coming again out of the west-northwest. 25-mile-an-hour wind gust over at Metro Airport. It's gusting to 20 at Howell, 22 in Lapeer, 25-mile-an-hour wind gust in Mount Clemens. And so everywhere around the viewing area, we're seeing wind chills in the 20s with 21 a feels-like temperature in Pontiac and 26 at Metro, 25 in Howell. Feels like 27 right now in Monroe. And the winds by about 4 or 5 o'clock will start to decrease a little bit. So as we go through the evening hours and overnight, not as windy, not as wind chilly, but still cold. 38 degrees, cool sunshine mixing with the clouds. That west-northwest wind not only knocks the wind chills down in the 20s, but it does drag across some lake-enhanced or lake effect type clouds. 23 degrees overnight, another chilly one, and could still see the wind chills early tomorrow morning in the teens, but again, not a super strong wind. Here's a look at that Syracuse snow. Incredible snow coming off of Lake Ontario, just pounding right over Syracuse and Watertown. Also some snow showers that are worth watching across northern Ontario. Will they spin our way? Does not look like they will. The jet stream is getting active out to the west, and this is a very slow-moving system that brought us our big weather change Friday into Saturday. But over the next few days, the activity out west will slowly work its way into our neck of the woods, and that means tricky travel day. We talked about it earlier. Let's see how one computer model plays it out here. Nothing really happening today or tomorrow as we head into your Tuesday. High clouds start to increase late in the day, and then the first half of Wednesday looks like a little wintry mix possible. And then through the afternoon hours, it should be mainly rain. So if you're traveling, especially late morning and afternoon, expect slippery conditions in and out of southeastern lower. A couple of showers hanging on early Thursday morning, Evrod, but I think the parade will be dry and improving. Some showers possible again on Black Friday.
Alrighty, Brandon, thank you. We've got some bad news for all you Kanye West fans out there, as the rapper has reportedly canceled the rest of his tour, including a stop here in Metro Detroit at the Palace of Auburn Hills. Kanye was scheduled to appear at the Palace on December 22nd, but after cutting a show short on Saturday and then canceling another show on Sunday, the rapper has reportedly decided to cancel the rest of his tour altogether. Kanye, however, has not yet publicly commented on this news. All right, so to come here on Local 4 News at noon, a baby boom in an Australian zoo. We're going to show you the newest additions and tell you why their arrival is so rare. Keep it here. Replace. All right, finally here at noon, a zoo in Australia welcoming new additions to its animal family.
The Tarragona Zoo in Sydney introduced.
What is that?
3 newborn
enchiladas? What is this thing?
Echidnas? They're puggles.
Ew.
They're called puggles when they're this little. They're notoriously hard to breed and are the first ones to be born at the Australian Zoo in nearly 32 years. Their keepers have not chosen names yet. Interesting.
That was nasty.
I should have pre-read that script. It looked like enchiladas.
It did. Have a great